Guys, what's going on? What's what's going on, guys? What is going on? Guys, let me check my settings here real fast, just in case. I think we're good. Yeah, guys, what's up? Here we are, Tuesday, right? Good to see you. Keyshawn's here. King William the Conqueror. He says, in the year of our Lord 2026, the women have absolutely no excuse for being in any financial hardship. Facts. Facts, dude. Correct. Red Door's here. Rajai's here. What's up, guys? Good to see you. Guys, hold on. Let me do this quick here. Hold on. Yeah, guys, these student loans, man, these dunderheads are absolutely cooked. Absolutely. And guys, the changes that Orange Man made for student loans, those are going to come into effect here soon, right? So let's do this, guys. Here, let me drop the link in the Discord first, and then we will open the subject. Guys, I'm going to cover that female NASCAR driver who was crying in the middle of the race. Come on. That is hilarious, Hilarious, guys. Yeah, I'll have to do a video on that. Radix says student loans were a trap from when they were combined. Guaranteed loans, anyone who could fog a mirror, and no discharge, student loan debt. Radix, they were a trap that you'd have to walk yourself into. All right. I can see it being a trap if, well, I mean, you are correct. Yeah. But guys, yeah. A lot of guys don't have student loan debt. A lot of guys don't. And guys, I don't believe, I got to disagree because I don't believe in predatory lending at all. If people were to actually, educate themselves on money, then there's no such thing as predatory lending. Guys, you owe it to yourself and to everyone that you know to be as versed, as financially literate as possible. Let's break some news here. Let's do that, okay? Guys, check this out. Now, guys, there are certain careers, that it's not even worth. Guys, going to college really isn't worth it, especially for the cost. Guys, what's crazy is even these chicks who go to school for things that are worth a damn, law school, medical school, the cost is so high, they still get cooked. Guys, at this point, you are better off, dating a chick who's working at not Starbucks, but a chick who's working at Target than a chick who's a doctor. You know what I'm saying? At least the chick at Target doesn't have $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 worth of student loans, right, guys? Come on, man. Look at this.
For many aspiring teachers, the road to the classroom can be daunting. Between the cost of those credential programs and the rising cost of living, some educators say that the financial pressures are becoming harder to overcome before their careers even begin. Connor McGill spoke with one local teacher who says that those challenges almost forced him to walk away from the profession entirely.
Tell me about one of those.
Inside Hollywood Park Elementary in Sacramento, Anthony Poliasoto's second grade class is learning the value of money, one coin at a time.
Or if you want to draw it, you may draw it.
At the front of the room, Anthony moves from desk to desk, helping them count change. It's the same kind of counting he's been doing himself, trying to find a way to pay for school, manage debt, and finish his teaching credential.
At the money that you are paid right away, there's not buying a house. There's not buying more than a practical vehicle.
Like many educators, Anthony has faced the financial burden that comes with being a teacher. Teacher credential programs can cost between $20,000 and $40,000, depending on where a student enrolls and where they live. A state grant helped cover the cost of Anthony's credential program until the funding ran out near the finish line.
When it dried up, I had to shift gears completely and become a completely independent and self-sufficient to find a way to pay for school. It was never, I wasn't going to do this anymore. It was more of, am I able to maintain the ability to keep going?
When Anthony needed help, he turned to schools for his federal credit union. At the Roseville branch, manager Travis Mara says many teachers are feeling the same pressures.
We live in a very expensive state, and hasn't.
Hey guys, here. Always grow your beard past here. You see this, guys? Guys, guys, what do I would say about wearing suits? Guys, if you're gonna wear a suit for a living, be in the best shape possible. Because when you have a suit and tie on, it makes it look like you have way more chins than you actually do, right? But guys, take your Adam's apple and put the fingers above it, and that's where you should stop your beard line at, okay? Do you see how this guy cut his beard here and it makes him look fatter? Guys, you see all this space right here? His beard should be about right here. You know what I mean? Look at that, guys. So just, I'm not Mr. Fashion Nova, obviously. But guys, this is just something all men should know. If you're going to grow a beard, all like right about here. I mean, he needs to lose this quadruple chin he has. But guys, come on,
Same pressures.
We live in a very expensive state, and that hasn't gone any cheaper. Over the past couple of years, we kind of saw rates increase.
A 2025 Learning Policy Institute report found more than 6 in 10 teachers took out student loans to pay for their education. Morris says their goal is to help teachers find a path forward, whether that's help with school, finances, or even buying a home.
We're going to be rolling out a first-time homeowner grant for about 266 members. It's a way for us to give back and help for that.
Lena, tell me something about the nickel.
It's worth 5 cents.
Back in the classroom, Anthony's students hold up their coins, proud of their answers. And for a teacher who almost couldn't afford to stay the course, that moment is worth everything.
I knew for a fact that it would be a struggle, but it was worth it.
As the students learn the value of money, Anthony hopes they also learn the value of not walking away from something worth fighting for.
Cooked. He's a teacher who lives in California. Completely cooked. Cooked. Look at that, guys.
All right, it is graduation season with students celebrating their new degrees as they head out into the workforce. But there are forces at work causing a high degree of anxiety for graduates. As John Ramus reports, the CSU system is making some changes to try to better meet their needs.
Most of us think of the undergraduate degree as being the Bachelor of Arts or the Bachelor of Science. But the California State University system is shaking the ivory tower a little bit as they try to prepare their students for what may be an uncertain future. It's pretty quiet on the Cal State East Bay campus. Graduations begin on Friday. But there is a growing concern among graduates about what kind of future may be waiting for them. That was reflected in a commencement speech in Florida when a somewhat clueless real estate executive spoke glowingly about the potential of AI.
The rise of artificial intelligence is the next industrial.
Now, guys, here's the thing. They should have had 3-year programs in the first place. Why does it take 4 years to get a bachelor's degree? Why? Countries like the UK and France, it's 3 years. Guys, any one of us who went to college, we know that we spent our freshman year taking stupid classes, idiotic classes. Why are you taking astrology, botany, and philosophy at the same time? Why? Why is it that from the jump you're not taking all related classes? If you're taking finance, and all of your classes should be math, business, and finance. Why are you taking electives? Why? What a joke.
Revolution. What happened? Okay, I struck a chord.
Just how well colleges and universities are preparing students was a topic of conversation at last week's meeting of the CSU Board of Trustees.
The world around us is changing really quickly.
All these people are overpaid and don't do anything. All of them.
The world of schools and universities is changing not as quickly.
At the meeting, the trustees voted to create a new class of undergraduate degrees: Bachelor of Education for those who want to teach, Bachelor of Professional Studies for those who want to go into management, and Bachelor of Applied Studies, which is an academic degree for those going into trade and technical jobs. And they will only require 90 credits, which means it could take students only 3 years to graduate.
Many of them are looking for a quick way to earn a degree to get started working in the workforce. And conversely, the employers are really struggling to fill positions. And this meets both needs. It's a quicker way to make sure that people are trained for specific jobs.
For many, traditional college simply isn't a guaranteed path to success anymore. Ava Garay is studying art to become an illustrator, but she's nervous that AI could replace human creativity.
Going to school for 4 years to study art. She's going to graduate and figure out.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
There needs to be like a human thought process in certain things.
She looks like she has Down syndrome.
So,
art book, yay! Pencil, yay! How could she be majoring when she's eating the crayons? Oh no. She looks like Bella Ramsey, and yo, that is not a compliment. You know what I mean? Come on.
So it might be where like, oh, we kind of need people, you know, maybe not just machines to think.
That's what your hope for the future is?
Yeah.
Randy Hernandez Noyola now sees his future as a game of chance.
That can land a job. You know, the degree doesn't always solidify you getting employment.
So why are you still there? Why are you still there? Drop out and go to a trade school, you dunce.
But, you know, I'll just roll the dice and see what happens.
Does it feel like you're rolling dice these days?
At this point in human history, yeah.
An aerial.
You know who aren't rolling the dice? Electricians, plumbers, welders, underwater welders, truckers, roofers, tree trimmers, guys who work in the sewers, crane operators, right? Come on, man.
Morales thinks his job security may actually decrease as he gets older.
Where I'm at in life right now is still kind of like a labor work type of work that I do. So I still have a little bit of time before I actually have to start thinking like, okay, like AI is actually going to take away my job.
Graduation should be a time of unbridled optimism about the future. But back at that floor.
Losers. Look at that.
Big drop in enrollment at UVM causing financial
Damn, she can get it. How you doing? You know what I mean? Look at that. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man.
She's like all these babes. You get their pilot lit, they can suck start a leaf blower.
concerns at Vermont's largest university.
Enrollment of the first-year students for next fall is expected to fall 15% from last year. That's a
15% drop in the freshman class. And we all know what that's from, right, guys? These feminists and all this stuff. Guys, wherever feminism spreads, the birth rate drops. Isn't it funny, guys, how colleges are responsible for their own drop in students and revenue, right?
around 400 fewer new students arriving in Burlington. And overall, we're looking at a 7% drop in undergrad enrollment for next year, bringing the student body to its lowest number since the COVID pandemic. Channel 3's Ike Ben David is here with the story behind the numbers. Ike.
Kiana and Darren, after years of flat or even a slight rise in enrollment, UVM is facing what they call a significant decline, but they say it's not something that came out of nowhere. Preparation for the University of Vermont class of 2026 graduation is underway, but school officials are already looking ahead.
UVM. Guys, hit the like button on the way. Jesus. Guys, look at this. Look at this chick's haircut. Good God, look at that.
Lesbians. 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 Lesbian. Lesbians. Lesbians. Lesbian.
Experienced a significant enrollment decline this fall.
University President Marlene Trump speaking to lawmakers about the enrollment dip Wednesday.
It is becoming, because of the caliber of schools.
Does anyone that talks with their hands like that is trying to scam you.
We compete with.
How she's doing that with her hands. See that?
It's becoming more difficult.
Guys, anyone who's doing this with their hands, guys, don't trust them. Don't trust them as far as you can throw them, guys. I'm serious. You can't do it, guys. She's probably taking like public speaking classes, all this other stuff to try and be more influential. You know, guys, do not trust. Well, don't trust anyone who has this type of haircut. Anyone or these glasses. Cooked, you know,
for us to compete.
She points to the nationwide trend of declining demographics and, due to new federal policies, fewer international students. And since there are fewer, the ones applying to UVM are now getting accepted into schools they wouldn't get into before.
So they're reaching for students that would ordinarily come to us.
She even says the decline comes as they are accepting more students.
We made a significantly greater percentage of offers.
It's been a long time coming. We've seen it coming with the national.
Here's the thing that they're not counting. I mean, counting in, guys. Men are not going to college as much anymore. Let's list, guys. Male college enrollment decline. Let's see if we can find this. Male college enrollment has declined significantly, with men now representing 40 to 44% of undergraduates compared to an even split in the 70s. Look at that, guys. Between 2010 and 2021, male enrollment decreased by 17%. 17%, guys. And look, 29%, Like men are 29% more likely to drop out of college and 32% less likely to re-enroll. Look at that, guys. Cooked. Hold on. Is this a good chart here? Hold on. Look at this. Look at men's right here. Bam. You see this drop, guys? See that? This is men. This is women. Boys, girls. See that? This is what they asked for, guys. This is what they asked for. All right, let's do this. 2 more stories here, guys, and then we will get into the topic here. And I'll drop the link here in a little bit for anyone who's coming up. Okay, here we go. Now, guys, Orange Man's coming for the student loan money. He's coming for it. He's not playing games. You know what I'm saying?
Report JP Morgan is using new surveillance technology to track bankers' hours. The tracking is reportedly being done to see if employees are underreporting how much time they work. JP Morgan joined Bank of America in capping junior banker work hours to 80 hours a week after a Bank of America employee who reportedly logged work days of at least 16 hours died of a heart attack in 2024. The analysis is turned into reports given to junior bankers to encourage conversations about well-being. The Education Department has been responsible for handling student loans, but that has changed.
Secretary Linda McMahon says a new partnership with the Treasury Department will help improve the process. Fox's Connor Hansen has more from our nation's capital.
We're going to shut it down and shut it down as quickly as possible.
1 year after President Trump called for the Education Department to close, his administration is taking another step towards dismantling it. On Thursday, the agency announced that the Treasury will now manage student loans whose borrowers are in default. And
So guys, this default number is actually higher. It is the process hasn't gone through on the other because it's glacial. But I would say that this is gonna creep up to about 50%. I've heard that half of people who have student loans are in default. King William says, "Are they actually? They're gonna start. They're gonna start here real soon, guys." Yeah, so they're gonna start real soon. And guys, all this is gonna end up is. Guys, I don't believe in student loan bailouts. Guys, this would just be us men who pay the most, who pay the majority of the taxes, bailing out women. And guys, we all know how I feel about bailing out women. Okay, don't do it, guys. Guys, do not let anyone try and flim-flam you into thinking that student loan forgiveness is the way out. Guys, my student loans are paid off. You know what I mean? Why can't other people find ways to pay theirs off? Look at that.
Eventually take over the full loan portfolio.
What we had is a whole system of people not repaying their loans.
Education Secretary Linda McMahon claims the new arrangement will streamline the way student loans are handled.
On the FAFSA form, we rely on information relative to, financial information, IRS information, and so it comes much more quickly from Treasury.
Her department has been transferring much of its work to other agencies in an attempt to convince Congress it's no longer needed, but getting support has been far from easy.
The Trump administration has launched an all-out assault on public education in America. They have destroyed the Department of Education in real time.
Critics argue the Treasury takeover will make it harder for borrowers to figure out their repayment options, and they're calling on the administration to adjust its priorities.
We need the federal government to actually care about kids, not cut off SNAP and nutrition services, not cut off Medicaid.
Even with the Treasury in control, the Trump administration said.
There you go, guys. Look. This is one of the first reports on what happens if Trump gets rid of the the Department of Education. So watch.
Now at 5:30, an in-depth look at the...
Guys, what do I say about wearing a suit, right? You know? Come on, bro. You know? You shouldn't go straight from the news desk to the buffet line.
State of education after an executive order reshaped the landscape of school choice.
The shifting priorities are creating a ripple effect through communities all across the nation, but especially here in Ohio, where our public schools are bracing for potential funding cuts. It's a debate our Morgan Trout has been covering since the new Ohio legislature was seated back in January.
We have to look at whether these dollars are being spent wisely.
Well, now with school funding being looked at from the top down, we wanted to know what defunding the U.S. Department of Education would mean for children in our state. Morgan is following through tonight.
Ohio public schools have been begging the state for funding for air conditioning, pencils, and special needs supports in classrooms. And the U.S. Department of Education helps fund a majority of these facilities. But with the looming threat that this funding is going to be pulled, teachers are paralyzed.
I see kids whose families don't have enough to eat.
Serving some of the least privileged kids in the state, Columbus City Schools receives more federal money than any other district in Ohio.
I already have students who are falling asleep because they're hungry.
Middle school teacher Joe Decker says that with state budget cuts, he's already dealing with an increase in the number of kids in his classroom.
There are no limits on.
He doesn't look like the type of dude that I leave around my kids. That's for sure.
How many special education children could be placed in my classroom? And I might have 24 along with like 10, 15 more mainstream kids. I've had classrooms from 42 to 26, I think.
You have much bigger issues than worrying about school funding.
Yes.
The safety, the care, the hunger.
Yes.
Why is this chick dressed like a 304? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd smash. She's just hot, obviously, but like, a little, you know.
It brings me to tears when I'm talking about my students.
Still, school funding is always top of mind for Decker. Columbus Schools receives about $70 million from the federal government per year. Statewide, the Ohio Education Association reports that the U.S. Department of Education funds $1.5 billion through programs like Title I to help low-income and special needs families. But some Ohio Republican leaders are encouraged by the Trump administration's endorsement to disband the federal education department.
We're going to have a better idea of what Ohio education needs are than they are in Washington, D.C.
Senate President Rob McCauley is one of the decision makers who determines how much state money gets sent to Ohio schools.
The Constitution originally envisioned the federal government would have no role in education and that it would be the states that would control their own education.
I mean, he is correct, you know?
He says the right amount of money would go into the best hands if state leaders got access to it.
We're much more likely to figure out the education issues in this country by doing it that way than having a top-down approach.
Congress will need to decide how federal funds are given out.
Lawmakers won't do what is right because I've watched what they've already done.
For years, Ohio has been a champion of another Trump priority, universal school choice, also known as the private school voucher system. Just last year, the GOP leadership has sent roughly $1 billion in public dollars to private schools. And this year, the Ohio House Speaker is looking to slash at least $650 million in public education spending.
Demoralizing our public schools is demoralizing our students and just cutting them 1,000 times over and over. It is heartbreaking to watch day after day.
Now, at the Ohio State House, lawmakers are deciding how much state money should be going to schools. With the threat of cuts to both Ohio and federal money, teachers believe the privatization of public education is imminent. I'm Morgan Trout reporting.
Our thanks to Morgan there. Now, changes in higher education here in Ohio brought hundreds of protesters to Ohio State's campus today.
Legislation overhauling higher education in our state hasn't made it to the governor's desk yet.
But guys, anyways, yeah, guys, the term economically unattractive is a term that us men need to use now. Guys, you cannot deal with any of these chicks that have any student loans. Because if you guys start dating or whatever, she's gonna try and make it your problem. You know what I mean? All right, guys, look at this. Let's start here, Colin. Colin, what's up, man? How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
I'm glad that you made it one more day in that communist hellhole near Seattle. You know what I'm saying? That chick's an absolute.
Oh, dude,
man.
dude, you know what this just chapped my ass today. You know what I saw when I went to the grocery store? My local Fred Meyer, mile down the road from me here. In good old Marysville, Washington. Saw me a goddamn female Somali pirate.
Oh no! Oh no!
Yeah, I paused in my step. I had to do a double take and look. I'm like, wait, what? Oh, yeah. Time to move.
The thing about this is that people don't get is like these communities are so tight knit culturally. Like that's the only thing that you can admire about like the Somali pirates and the gypsies or whatever is they stand together.
Yeah.
That collectivism gets stuff done. I
Yeah.
told you there's only like 140,000 Somalis in Minnesota, but they're 140,000 strong voting bloc, so they have a lot of political power. If other groups were to do this, you know what I mean? Small hats do it. Some Asian communities do it in certain areas. But if men could collectivize like that, imagine what we could do. But oh wait, a lot of us are too busy working, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to do that when I wouldn't say it's sectarianism because it's not just based on religious sect. It's based on culture. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. If I got that right here. Hold on. Yeah. Never mind. King William is correct. Yeah. You are correct, my friend. Yeah, you are correct. Yeah. I thought it just meant religion, but it can be religious sect, a denomination, or a political group. Yeah. So yeah, guys. I mean, that's the only thing that I can say is admirable about, because there are people who you don't like, or you can but you can still say that there's something that they're doing that we could learn from.
Yeah.
That's like there's some guys who slang drugs or do whatever. It's like you gotta admire their work ethic. You really, guys, there are guys who are into criminal enterprise, and you have to admire their work ethic. You just do like, wow, this dude's out here slanging that shit. You know what I'm saying? All the time, hustling. So, okay. If you regret your degree, what did you major in? Why did you choose that major in the first place? This is from Reddit Ask Women, guys. So this is straight from the whore's mouth. Oh! All right. This thing says, I was a liberal arts major and I regret it. I didn't have enough confidence in my abilities to take something more practical like STEM. Now I'm in a job that's only a little above a clerk job. My coworkers are about half college graduates. Chick says, I was in STEM, but the wrong one. Structural engineering. I remember the problem in Calc 4 that made me quit. Calculus 4, no way. Guys, oh no. I remember I had to take pre-calculus. Dude, that man, it was so bad. Colin, my professor, he was like hella Chinese, right? It's bad enough he had an accent, but it's like, bro, I was so lost. I'm like, he hasn't spoken English in like 4 weeks. So the final came and I just went da-da-da-da-da-da and slid the paper to the front and went to the bar. That was the best C+ I ever got. All right. She had this epiphany that if I screwed up a calculation, a lot of people could perish. I looked up all the courses and picked the major that I could get out of school with the quickest. I enjoyed the degree, but it's not what I'm going to do it, and it's pretty worthless. So now she's just self-employed. Look at that. She doesn't even say what her degree is in. Someone says majored in education. Education degree. And realized what I was doing during student teaching. Finished up and went to grad school. No way that I was ever going to work for peanuts. Yeah. The burnout's real for education. She said, I don't necessarily regret my degree in nursing, but I wish that I was doing something that I was excited about. Genetics. It was a backup option. I wanted to do math, preferably statistics. If I could go back in time, I would have done computer science. Why didn't you do epidemiology, you dunce? Person's have to be a civil engineer, political science. Look at that. I don't intend to go to grad school or anything like law school. So yeah. So she's taking intro to computer science so she can move on to IT. Biology. So this idiot here majored in biology. Braddock said he took 5 quarters of calculus. 5. God's name, why? I didn't even know that there was 5 quarters of calculus. Radix, did you go to school in Washington, Nevada? Where else had quarters? Because there's not very many states that have quarters in college. You know? I know it's Nevada, maybe Oregon, Washington State. Let me know. Oh, maybe Georgia's one of them. But most schools use semesters. But God, that sounds like a 7th layer of hell, man. 5 quarters of calculus. Why? So this person says, biology, wanted to be a doctor, but her grades weren't high enough to get into medical school. Of course, right? Of course. Of course. All right.
Just like a woman.
Now she works. Now she helps her husband with a small business. Computer science. Wanted to do musical theater or classical voice performance, just like a woman, right? Someone says, if someone who has a theater background, you shouldn't regret it. You don't need a degree to be a good actor. Elementary education degree. Chose it because being a single mom of 2, I didn't think that I'd be able to do 12-hour shifts as an RN. She went back to school and switched careers. There's no money in teaching. Look at that, guys. All these useless degrees. Look, Spanish and education. Damn, forensic science. Ugh. International studies. Look at that. This were prisoners. I have a degree in consular and diplomatic affairs. What? A BA in religious studies and a master's in theology. Dumbass. History and political science, psychology. Look at that. What a joke. But guys, look, a bachelor's in anthropology and environmental studies. Guys, so even the ones, guys, that actually are smart and major in things that make money, Colin, they're still cooked. They're still cooked. Because, guys, for instance, nurses have a lot of debt. Watch.
By the time I finish CRNA school, and this is why I do not care. Your education is an investment. Once you start looking at it as an investment and your return on investment, then you understand that having debt is not necessarily a bad thing. Now,
the lie detector determined that was a lie.
Obviously, student loans are a burden, and I'm not saying that they're not. However, you need to look at the reason why you're doing this. There's a reason why you take out roughly 6 figures of debt to go to CRNA school. You're not working for 3 years, but the payoff is there. In my personal opinion, upon graduation, I will be making double, if not more, what my loans are. Now, obviously, if I was taking out 6 figures of debt for a $50K job, that wouldn't really make a lot of sense for me. However, the fact that my debt is lower than what I will be making in a year once I graduate makes it.
So that's a certified registered nurse of anesthetics. So they can make $223,000 a year starting out.
Worth it. There's multiple things that you can do to prepare to pay off your student loans once you become a CRNA. You can take a sign-on bonus at a place. You know, a lot of places now are offering $25,000, $50,000, even $100,000 sign-on bonuses. If you are willing to sign a 2-3 year contract or whatever the contract terms are, you could pay your loans off right like that. There's also jobs that are offering tuition.
Now, guys, I left this on here for a reason, right? Because guys, all the ones that we're gonna watch from now on are gonna be chicks that don't have useless degrees. Okay. Because I would even argue that even doing something like this, where you would think, oh wow, you know, starting out making $223,000, that's a great thing. Guys, it's too expensive. Put a 1 if you agree, guys. Medical school, law school, it's just not worth it. You're gonna be a broke doctor. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have $400,000, $300,000 in student loan debt.
Wow.
Now, guys,
wow.
Why do you think this chick's not going to pay off her debt, even though she'll probably make $220,000 a year?
But she's going to spend it on immediate gratification.
Thank you very much. Yep. Ding, 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 ding. Do you guys think that this idiot here is going to live in a 1-bedroom apartment and eat freaking top ramen and Vienna sausages for 4 years to pay off her debt?
Nope.
No. And anyone who thinks she is,
you've been had, you've been took, you've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
Guys, women cannot live like men. They seek comfort, number one. So the first thing that you want to do is buy or rent a big place.
Yep.
They want comfort, instant gratification, and the thrill, right? See, there's 3 things that she can do, and let me know if you agree, Snowboard. She don't want to move to the city, right? How many times have you seen girls? I want to move to the city.
Yep.
I want to move to New York. I want to live in Manhattan. I want to move to friggin' LA.
Yeah. I want to be in
Seattle.
Central Park.
Yeah. And it's like, so now you're making $223,000 a year, which I'm sorry, guys, in New York, that's not much money. It's not. To live in Manhattan, bro, that's $220,000 a year is like $100,000 a year in the South. I mean, you can make it work, obviously, but she's gonna want to go and hang out with her friends and sip freaking, the whole Sex in the City lifestyle and sip mimosas and all this crap. Yep. She's gonna want to buy a Porsche truck, vacation, get some expensive dog with these vet bills, all this other crap, right? It's true.
I know. I didn't think of that. It's 100% true. Yeah.
or she's gonna. The first thing she's gonna do with her student loans is buy a house. And guys, here let's do this.
She has to show. Like, here's another thing too. She has to show she's made it before she actually really makes it.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm saying like that. They did. It's not easy to get through medical school. I'm pretty sure, but they need to show it like they've already like climbed the mountain and been like a very good doctor for years. Like they'll be like 1 year into being it and they'll want like a Porsche Cayenne, SUV, like you were saying, AJ, all that stuff.
Cooked. Let's see. But if she has 110,000,
and she won't spend it on a guy unless it's Nug who just runs with it.
Yeah.
She won't spend it on a guy who's like worth a damn and be like, well, I'm helping my husband start his small business or something. No, that won't happen. It'll be like, it's Nug or nothing.
And then the other thing, she's either going to do that. She'll either want to move to the city. She'll want to buy some big house or whatever, right? Or she's just going to make minimum payments and then do the woman out of sight, out of mind thing.
Yeah.
Where she'll just live a normal life, right? And then just like, well, I'm just gonna die with these. When she could just literally save up for 3 or 4 years and pay it off. So, Chubby Cat, yeah. You know, there is not going to be any student loan for forgiveness. No, there's no way.
No.
If that ever happens, guys, I'll eat my shorts. You know what I'm saying?
Assistance and tuition payment plans also by signing a contract. So you could do that as well. Or if you work for the federal government for 10 years, I think you qualify for PSFL, I think it's called, where they will pay off the rest of your loans, but you have to put 120 months worth of payments down.
Yes, but guys, PSLF for someone in her position is a scam. You guys know why?
I have no idea.
Because if you go to work for the federal government or nonprofit, you don't make any money. So not only are you paying on your student loans, but that gap of payment. So you should be making $223,000 a year, but you'll go to work for a nonprofit making $100,000. That gap, that $123,000 gap, that's loss. You understand?
Yeah.
So you do 10 years at at $123,000 loss. I mean, that's the student loans that you're paying, plus you're losing out on $1.2 million. That lawyers get caught in that trap, and doctors get caught in this trap, and nurses get caught in this trap. Public student loan forgiveness are for people who are not going to who don't have the ability to earn as much as doctors, lawyers, some nurses, physicians, assistants. You're giving away high-priced skills for free. And it's one of the most woman things that you can do,
Which is 10 years. Or you work a bunch of overtime, you grind, and you pay it off the old school fashioned way without having, a fat sign-on bonus or whatever. But the point of the matter is the debt, one, I don't even check the account at this point because I know their interest is racking up. And what am I going to do? Just stare at it, But the fact of the matter is, yes, the debt is real and the student loan debt is accruing, but I wouldn't have done this if I didn't feel that the return on investment was worth it.
But for her, it is. And guys, this is going to be an odd stream because we're talking about the women that actually did the right thing, and they're still going to get cooked. And guys, you're going to see, you're going to see some people here when I get to law school and medical school, guys, where they went to law school, they went to medical school, and they're cooked.
Wow.
So don't, in my opinion, this is my advice, don't overthink the fact that you're going to be in all this student loan debt. Yes.
I want to add something too. I think sometimes when they have a medical degree and stuff like that, it kind of gives them an entitled attitude where they think that things will just be taken care of for them in a sense. Like,
well, that's just how women think, period. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
yeah.
Let's be honest.
They definitely don't like licking their wounds. They like licking clam.
Guys, I gotta do a live stream on lesbians.
Yeah,
because man, they really are complaining about dating chicks as of late. Man, these lesbians are the only ones that can actually understand what us men have been going through this whole time. You know what I'm saying?
What do you call two overly educated lesbians? Salt and vinegar. It ain't your pickle.
Jesus, guys, who let this guy in here, man? Seriously, what? Guys, look at this. Here's this lackadaisical attitude. Watch.
I have a little bit of a hot take. I'm Christina. I'm a CRNA. I'm also a mom to 3 little kids. And I went to CRNA school when I had multiple children. And I accrued a lot of debt to go to CRNA school. And I'm not paying it off quickly. I pay the minimums on everything. I am in zero rush to pay off my student loans. I'm not going to work my tail off.
Jesus, look at the size of this broad's ears. Look at, yeah.
Wow, Elton. Yeah.
Does she fly her kids around like Dumbo?
What's her name? Dumbo? Oh! She's a Republican
all the time.
Oh,
What's
no,
that?
I can't.
What's that?
I kind of messed up how I was going to say it. Never mind.
I'm like, I could totally do that, right? I could work all the time, but then I wouldn't see my kids. We wouldn't be able to go on vacations. I decided to build a pool versus paying off $100,000 of my student loan
Of
debt.
course you did. That's exactly
Look at that,
what
guys.
you do.
I told you. I told you.
Yep.
You absolute dunce.
Yeah.
I told you guys. These absolute idiots, man. Come on.
Looks like she pulled her money the wrong way. Oh! And now for her, it's sink or sink in that pool.
Oh!
Dead.
this idiot.
You stupid woman.
Put a pool in. What a joke.
And you know damn well that pool's financed too.
And these are the people who are going to want to be like, you mean you would get off student loan debt repayment? It's not right. It's not right. It's not fair. It's predatory lending. What are we doing? Please, come on.
For that, right? Like, I want to have a nice life, but more than that, most of my interest rates are about 3.5%. Like, with the way, okay, I got interrupted. With the way that the economy is going and with the way that inflation is going, it doesn't make sense for me to be in a rush to pay off loan debt.
It is because you don't want to be in debt. Guys, the only debt that I have is my mortgage. You know? Because other than that, I am debt free. No credit cards, no car payments, no student loans, no nothing. And you guys know how good that feels?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
Guys, what's that?
Oh, the only reason that a mortgage is acceptable is because, okay, yeah, you're paying interest, but if you're renting, you're going to have an expense to keep a roof over your head no matter what.
Yeah.
So, you know, at least with a mortgage, at least.
Hold on, wait. 15 cents says she installed a pool and now she's swimming in debt. Oh! Hey-o!
Her credit score did a cannonball.
Oh!
It took a dive.
It belly flopped.
Oh, look. Chris says he paid off his mortgage. Hey, congratulations, my friend. Let's go. Congratulations. You know, guys. Yeah, guys. And plus, guys, your mortgage is you're in debt for something that's appreciating in value, right?
Right.
So, like, you know, yeah. But guys, I can tell you this, you know, if you recently bought a house and you put a lot down on it and the market you're in is going up, don't accept these phone calls where they're like, oh, you want to refinance and you want to take out a HELOC? No! Stop calling me. Stop texting me. No! Leave me alone.
With such a low interest rate. So I
You're
make
an
a little
idiot.
bit more than the minimum payments on everything. There also is some loan repayment programs, specifically in Texas, that I have gotten towards my loans. So like last year, they paid off $24,000.
Radix, that is true for a lower rate, but then you got to pay closing costs and all that stuff all over again. No, not worth
And
it.
don't forget your amortization schedule. It resets you, so you're
Thank
back to 30 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Towards my loans, which was amazing. And so the highest interest rate I have on my loans, like one
You know what's crazy, Chris? He says he has a double wide on 3 acres. I know people who did the same thing in certain areas, and the land is worth so much money. Colin knows, he's up in Washington State. how many of the surrounding areas of Seattle or Olympia or Tacoma, you know what I'm saying? Or places like certain parts of the DMV or certain parts where the people bought this land and that 3, 4, 5 acres, all of a sudden, oh yeah, we're putting up all this stuff over here. We're gonna pay you 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times what you paid for it. You know what I'm saying? So
minimum is 5%, and I don't really have that much of a balance on that one anymore. The majority of my loans are 3.25 to 3.5%.
you're an idiot, dude. You're a moron. You're as dumb as you look. Guys, listen.
I want to know how some of these nursing students are really over here going in debt by like 80, 100K for a nursing license. Like I'm genuinely so confused. An 18-month program, 24-month program costing you over 100K. How is that even possible? I feel like I need to teach a class on like what to do to cut costs, because that, especially if you were a CNA or LPN, there's no way you should be spending around 100K to go back to get.
She's right. So you're a CNA, that's a nursing assistant who wipes booty holes for a living, but you've already had like a year and a half of the training done. But guys, it's because women do this. Anything that you can shepherd a whole bunch of women into, you can charge a whole bunch for it, and they're like lemmings jumping off a cliff, right, guys? You know, someone says $114,000 for 3 years to get their BSN. $114,000. West Coast University over $100,000. Look at that. $53,000 from Grand Canyon. That's that private Christian college. That's not even a Oh yeah.
So am I the only one who hasn't started paying my student loans back? Because this is ridiculous. Like, look at this shit. Because why do I owe all this money for nursing school? Why?
That's actually not that bad. 20,000 is not bad. That bad. You know?
Yeah. I'm being sued by a credit card company for $5,000. You know how you don't know what you don't know?
I was gonna say being sued by a credit card company.
Well.
Well, I learned this the fucking hard way. I got into a lot of debt being a single mom in nursing school. Like, I really racked my credit cards up surviving, you know? And then when I started making money, I tried really hard to pay them off, but it just, like, I was drowning in it. I just, like, had a really hard time getting out of it. I tried to get a loan and I couldn't get approved for one, so I ended up consolidating all my debt. You know, like, I did research it. Like, I understood I was going to ruin my credit. I knew that it was going to be bad, but I had just got a new car. I had my place. Like, it was fine. Like, I could handle this for a couple years and just have bad credit for a while, then build it back up. And this is my fault for not understanding, but I just didn't know. You have to stop paying on the bills because they won't settle your credit card bills unless there's, like, you're behind on them and there's a need for it. So you just stop paying on them, which felt wrong, but it's what I did. But one of the ones that I owed, like, $5,000 on, which was my biggest one, that was the only one that they, like, didn't shut down. And it just, like, kept growing and growing and growing. And I was like, what the fuck do I do? And they were like, just keep paying us and, like, we'll get it settled. And I was like, okay, like, this is what I do. Eventually, the credit card did get shut down, but I still never got, like, the documentation saying it was settled. And I was like, you know, I'm probably coming. I just need to build that account up more, you know, whatever. So I've been paying my monthly payments, you know, trying to get it settled. And then today, as I'm sitting in my car, I get served. And, like, I just didn't even know that this was a fucking option. The credit card company's suing me for the $5,000, but I've also been paying the $5,000 off from the other company.
Yeah, right.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Does anyone believe this?
No.
Anyone? Come on.
No, not at all.
So, of course, I call them and I spend all morning on the phone with these fucking people. And they're just like, well, all we can do is extend your payments out because obviously they have to make a profit, right? So if it's settled for the amount that it's settled for, then they're not making a profit. So they want mass amounts more money in order to settle this now. But I'm also at the same time being sued and have to go to court over this. And they're now telling me like, oh, well, you won't have to go to court if you just extend your payments to us. But like, that doesn't seem right. Like, I don't know. I can't afford a fucking lawyer. I literally don't know what I'm supposed to do anymore. And it's just one of those things that feels like I tried so fucking hard. Like I got myself through nursing school as a single mom, and it was really fucking hard.
There
And
you
I've been
go.
trying so hard to get ahead, and every time something happens, it's just like this. Like I'm never gonna be okay. And it's one of those times I wish I just had a family member I could call to rescue me.
You mean
But
like
I don't.
You're so insufferable. You're so annoying. You're such a demon that nobody wants to deal with you, you absolute dunderhead. Look at that.
I just feel like I have to try so much harder than everybody else just
to be an adult. How is that trying hard
for the like
as
bare
a single
minimum of
mom?
life.
Yeah, you do.
And I did the
But you
whole
put
thing
yourself
where
in
like
that
you break out you break your poverty circles, which I know is hard. I'm the first one in my family with a college education. I'm the first one of my
a lot of good it did.
Siblings to graduate high school. Like, I tried really hard. And I know at least for my kids it'll be easier for them. They'll never have to try this hard, or they'll at least have help.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Yeah.
But I'm just really tired.
Look at this. So, guys, let's look at the amazing advice that are dunderheaded.
Is she a
Declare
life coach?
bankruptcy. Someone says, file bankruptcy. No biggie. I did it on Friday. Someone says, file bankruptcy. Just be done with it and start fresh.
Wow.
Look at this. Someone sensible. Don't listen to these comments. Don't file for bankruptcy over $5,000. That's true, guys.
It's only $5,000 she's worried about? Oh, yeah, I
If you
forgot.
ever
Yeah,
get yourself in the situation someone says settle, guys, call them and be like, look, let's make a deal. Because they would rather get, like, let's just say it's $5,000, get $2,500 back than nothing at all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A friend of mine did this. He took out some credit card when he first immigrated to the U.S. And then like he lost his job and he was poor and then all that stuff. And then I don't know if he forgot about it or what, but he was like, look, then they called him and threatened him. He's like, look, I can only pay, $2,700 out of like $5,000. And they just, here you go. He wrote him a check. That was it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Call them up and say, hey, I've got $2,500. I can give it to you right now. We'll settle this. We'll close this. The only other option is I file for bankruptcy and you get nothing. So do you want $2,500 right now, or do you want nothing and have to, and pay your legal department? You take your pick.
They don't want to pay them.
Exactly.
Okay. Hey guys, it's Red Door's birthday today. So happy birthday, my friend.
Red Door is cool.
Yeah, happy birthday. Yeah. Around one of the early supporters of the channel. So
my one too.
Yep. Here we go.
I owe approximately $145,000 of student loan debt. Can I even afford my minimum monthly payments? Let's find out. I have 3 types.
Guys, how much do you think her monthly payments are going to be? I think about $1,300. I think around there. I think so. Yeah.
Types of student loans. I have 2 federal student loans and 1 private student loan.
Ooh, that's even worse. A private student loan. Dang, you guys ever notice how unhealthy these nurses are?
Yeah.
No? Come on.
For my federal loans, my first one has a monthly payment of $399 and $37 a month.
Let's see if there's is that copyright music? I hope not. This new setup on TikTok right now. Interesting.
The second loan is $693.93 a month. And for my private student loan, my monthly...
Huh?
I said, whoa, okay, so we're already at 1,100, and now $642?
Yeah,
so $1,750 a month. Oh my
God! Oh man!
You know that the student loan companies are like,
gotcha.
She's so cooked, guys. She's never paying this off.
Yep.
Ever.
Payment is $642.33. In total, I owe monthly my minimum payment of $1,730.
Sister Mary Francis.
Wow.
Look at that.
$5.63. That
that's
is
not
a crazy
including your
amount of
car
money.
loan.
Do I even make enough money to afford this? For my average, I'm averaging my take home. This isn't my gross income. So this is the average I make approximately per month for my take.
I really hope that here. Let me admit this. She has 3 jobs, she says. Full-time job, and she's an in-home nurse and a per diem hospice nurse. And she makes money on TikTok. So her average take home of $8,000. What?
Wait a minute. So she should have plenty of money then.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you she's not including her rent and like car payment, insurance.
And all these trips to the buffet.
Yeah,
Oh!
I think she's just talking about that type of debt for some reason, because I guarantee you she has like a newer car.
Well, this doesn't help either. You know, she has a bastard kid. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, we knew that.
What's with nurses and single moms? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on here? So, what a mess. Guys,
You know how they say like you're kind of like a combination of 5 people that you're around the most?
Yeah.
If you're around a bunch of 304 nurses, then you're a 304 nurse over time.
Yeah.
Or you're more likely to like look the other way when it happens. Therefore, you're more likely to do that.
Yeah. Hold on, guys. We'll do one more nurse, and then we'll move on to wait. That's the same chick. She just looks worse and worse in all of her videos.
Yeah.
In all of her videos, you know. Yeah, guys, these chicks are cooked, man. You really need to like understand that they will make their nursing school debt your problem. Yes, I'm gonna be $300,000 in debt to CRNA school. Now, this is that nursing where you're an anesthesiologist nurse. So as the CRNA that I shadowed said she came to school with over $150,000 of debt within the first year. She got it down to say $65K because she's smart. Look at that. So, all right, guys, let's move on to doctors here. All right, check this out. You guys, hit the like button, please. Hit the like button, please. Once again, guys, the algorithm's been absolutely murdering channels like mine as of late. You know, here we go. Here we go.
I love my patients. I love the people that I work with.
$351,000 in student loan debt to become a doctor. Absolutely insane. They're cooked, guys. Cooked. Guys, she's never, ever paying this back. Ever. There's no way.
I love medicine in general. I love the constant learning. I love who I am as a doctor. I love providing people value, helping enrich people's lives, education, all that stuff. I hate insurance companies that don't allow me to practice medicine the way that is better for patients. Like, my patients need a medication. I can't get it for them because of insurance. I hate hospital institutions who don't pay doctors what they're worth, and yet CEOs continue to have increased salaries, administration continues to have increased salaries, and doctors continue to have decreased pay with the increased amount in school loans. Not enough support staff, not enough nurses, not enough MAs, not enough supplies, not enough PPE. I do have job security. I have my education to fall back on. Would I have been able to do this in any other field? Possibly. I think I would have been just as happy being a teacher, because that's a lot of what I do now. I educate my patients on healthy lifestyle habits.
Yeah, but you don't have that check coming in.
Would I be the same person without medical education or medical training? I don't know. And so that's the part that I'm just like, I love who I am now. I love the confidence that I have. I love the
It just took $351,000 to get confidence. Yes, so she could lord the fact that she's a doctor over everyone.
fact that I have knowledge in order to analyze data, to learn on my own so that I can think for myself and not rely on the opinions of others. I love that sense of autonomy. Is it worth $351,000 and feeling like I'm being crushed by the system and not being able to get out? I don't know. I can't give you.
They call law school and medical school the golden handcuffs, man. Yeah, the golden handcuffs, because you make a lot of money, but you can't do anything else. You're stuck. You know. Look at this. And of course, I think she's a single mom. Because she's not a bad looking chick, but she has all this debt and she's a single mom. Cooked. Guys, this is one to avoid at all costs, man. All costs. Why? Why would you put yourself through this? You guys know how I am with Asian chicks, you know? Because I'd avoid this chick like the plague. Honestly. You know? What a joke. What a joke. And she's a feminist. You see that post where she said instead of calling it a wife beater, the shirt, call it a husband beater? Please. Okay, now guys, it's not just women who are doing this because I was gonna cover him in the video. Guys, check this out. Guys, get ready for this. Watch this.
My first TikToks were about how much money I owed in student loans, and I thought, what a great time this is to give an update. My total balance as of April 30th, 2026 is $454,053.55.
Wow.
It gets worse, guys. Hold on. It gets worse.
Because of interest, this number increases by about $62 every day. And you can see that my income-based repayment has me paying $73 per month. My first video about this was made 5 months ago, and today's number is $10,000 higher than it was back then because of interest. And my total interest that I've accrued is almost $60,000. Tomorrow it'll be $60,000 in interest accrued. Assuming the repayment process doesn't become even more catastrophic, I'll have to make 10 years of payments while working for a nonprofit children's hospital, and then my loans will be forgiven. After I finish my training, the number I pay every month will increase very dramatically. But I have 4 more years of training before I can become a pediatric oncologist and make any amount of money that you.
Cooked.
Yes.
Cooked. By the time he's done, he'll probably have $1 million. Now,
Yeah.
guys, lucky for him, the average starting salary is anywhere from $225,000 to $300,000 a year. The median income for a pediatric oncologist is $300,000 a year. So even if he has $900,000 in student loans, he could buckle down and do it. But I mean, he looks like he drinks a lot of soy milk, you know. So he won't, you know.
Probably think I'm making. So how much interest will I owe by then? And will I even touch my principal amount that I owe by the time it's forgiven? Or will I spend the entire 10 years just paying off interest? I haven't done the math to figure out yet, but I think it'll be close. My first
Cooked. This guy's dead as a duck on New Year's Eve. You know? He's cooked. Now, guys, and these are people that have done the right thing, quote unquote, where they actually went for high paying fields, and they're still cooked. Guys, I don't think college at all is worth it. It's not. It's not. You know what I mean? So someone says, I'm at 440,000 pediatric resident. Person says, I graduated with $500,000. Someone says, I'm at 90,000. Someone says 400,000. Cooked, guys. Cooked. Guys. Yeah, dentists actually get cooked too. Dentists graduate oftentimes with over $1 million in student loans. But dentists make a lot of money, so you better batten down the hatches and pay it off. You know? So here we go, guys.
Today we're going to talk about how much debt I'm in as a 29-year-old doctor. First things first, student loans. So in student loans, I currently owe
$282,000. And guys, here's the thing. I always say this, guys, light-skinned chicks like this, why? Like, why are you not married to a doctor? You know what I'm saying? Why are you not married to a lawyer? And she's got cakes too. Like, this is feminism right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, she has some yams and she's a light-skinned chick. Like, what? What? I'm more than just my looks. No, you're not. You know what I mean? Be honest.
$56. And that's after going to a state school and with no debt from undergrad.
Good.
That's all medical school.
Good.
So that's why you shouldn't be a doctor just for the money, because it's so much debt. Next, my mortgage. I currently owe $240,945.
Why would you buy a house when your student loans aren't paid off yet? Why? So stupid.
That's a 30-year fixed loan. I'm probably not gonna pay that off for a while. And then in credit cards, I owe $5,006 across 4 different cards, bringing my total debt, drum roll please, to $528,207. Seeing that number makes me realize, like, I'm probably going to have a negative net worth, like, till I'm at least 40.
Cooked. Now, guys, here. This is her page right here. Everyone wants to be a doctor until. Yeah. Guys, why would you want to date a chick who works more hours than you? Okay, this is her budget, guys. Hold on.
Come budget my May paycheck as a 28-year-old doctor living in North Carolina. Now, I'm not going to lie, I've made some pretty poor decisions thus far.
You don't say.
Way too much the first week of the month. Every time someone wanted to go out and get drinks and food, I was very much down, but I'm gonna.
What did I say? Right, guys? What did I say? Is she gonna batten down the hatches? No. Nope. Her and all her 3 or 4 friends are gonna be out there. Oh, shot.
Go down from here on out, and you'll see why. So I'm a surgical resident, and so my gross pay is $4,964.16. I pay $985.94 in taxes and $122.70 for health insurance, leaving my net income from my day job to be $3,855.53. Now, I'm a house hacker, so I usually rent out both of my bedrooms for $900 each.
That's smart. You know what I'm saying? That's real smart.
However, this is a month for me as I had someone moving out, so I only made $400 in rental income, leaving my total income for the month to be $4,255.53. Moving on to living expenses, my mortgage is $1,517.58. My electric this month was $123.32.
How are you gonna make this little money and then have a landscaper? That's a luxury that you can't afford if you're broke.
And this is $157, paying off my Peloton.
And she got a Peloton?
$300. So food total is $5 out, an extra 15.
What?
Wait, back up just a second.
My vacation. I have expenses, fit my restaurant.
Yeah, right here. Look at it. Her food, groceries, 200, restaurants, 300.
$300. Yeah. Liberty Cap. Yes, it is. Bro, I don't know, dude. Maybe you've had some bad roommates, but in college, I had great roommates. You know what I'm saying? I do now. I can afford my house on my own. And guys, I have 4 bedrooms. You know what I'm saying? I could rent out 3 of my bedrooms and make a lot of money, honestly. And plus, I'm an extrovert. You know what I'm saying? So once again, guys, look, hey, if you have 2 extra rooms in your house, guys, and you want to live for free, you know, and pay all your money towards paying your house off, get some roommates, guys. Put an ad out on roommates.com. Say if that's the only rent to the military people, so especially guys in the military, especially if you're in a nice area, because then it'll be older guys, not older guys, but guys who are probably going to officer school, guys who are in college and they're in the military. You know what I'm saying? Those guys won't be out partying, bringing whores home much. You know what I'm saying? And if they don't pay or they mess up your place, you just call their CO. So
yeah. So I've spent $750 of that.
Or she went on vacation. Guys, this chick is cooked.
Over, I am actually in the negative $931 and
look at that. She's negative
35 cents.
Evil says he has too many guns to have a roommate. Oh, Liberty Caps, I get you, bro. We're the opposite. I'm extrovert, so I've always been able to meet good people, have them in or whatever. If you hate people, man, I wouldn't want roommates either. So
that is why I'll be home for the rest of the month. Do not ask me to go anywhere because
right.
Lie detector determined that was a lie.
Who believes that? Look at that. Look at this. She's acting like a 304, guys. Look at this. Look at this. Look, guys, she's a doctor. Ugh.
Man, guys, if I go to the hospital for to see,
she has some yams though, dude. Straight up, I'll give her that.
Yeah, dude, man. If I go to the hospital or a doctor's office, and and she walks in, dude, I'm straight up, dude. I'm standing up like, oh, I'm sorry, there's a mistake. I'm perfectly healthy, everything's good, and just walk right out, dude.
Oh no. Oh no. Some poor idiot's gonna marry this broad. That's not good at all, man. That is not good at all. Why? Here, guys. $500,000 in debt, guys.
So I'm in $500,000 of debt. And now that I'm not a medical student, I have to pay this $500,000 back. So I thought I'd share with you guys kind of how I'm paying it back and include some screenshots and just explain how you are in $500,000 of debt and you kind of survive. If you gain anything from this video, it is please follow me so I can make money from TikTok.
Oh, look at that. See? And this is why women will always lose. Because if it was us guys, we'd be like, don't be me, guys. Being a doctor is not worth it. It's not. Guys, go to trade school. There's these CRNAs and these doctors. There's electricians who are working at data centers making more than these idiots are with no student loan debt.
So basically, where I matched for residency is a hospital that does something called public service loan forgiveness. which the hospitals that do that are a non-for-profit hospital.
Yeah, and they don't
that's
pay
super important.
anything.
So when I was matching, I was actually, like, when I was ranking hospitals, I was looking at who had that because it's something to be aware of. And if the hospital has it, you can enroll in this program. I don't know if enroll is the right word, but sign up for this program. And this only works for public loans, not any private loans. So basically, you have to consolidate all these loans together. And then once you sign up, the catch is that you have to work at a non-for-profit hospital for 10 years. So you're making like the minimum payment back on your loans, you're still paying it back. But for 10 years, you have to work at this hospital while paying, and then the rest is forgiven. So I'll attach a little screenshot right here so you can see how much money is being forgiven for me, which is crazy. There's a catch because sometimes it's not the best idea depending what you're going into in the future. Because if you're going to go into private practice and you can make way more money going into private practice, it might not be the best idea because you...
That's what I just said. You're better off making as much money as possible, right, than working at freaking St. Nugnug's Hospital, barely making $80,000 a year.
Don't want to spend 10 years of your life working at that kind of hospital. And you have to know right now if you want to do that or not, kind of. I think I'd rather do that. I think right now, I mean, I could definitely change my mind in the future. But when you look at this number and see that they're forgiving $500,000, it's like, how do you not do that?
Cooked. Any takers, guys? I mean, you know, she only has $500,000 because she only has a house's worth of debt without the house, right? Look at this.
When you get into medical school, it's super fun and exciting. And then you fill out financial aid. And you're like, oh, it's okay. Student loans, no big deal. One day, I'll worry about that. I'm just here to remind you that one day comes. One day for me was today. I got that email. I owe money. It's fine. I have $500,000 in debt and $98 a day accruing in interest.
Look at that, guys. Look at that.
Hide the money, y'all. There's poor people around.
Look at that. They're broke. They're broke doctors, guys. They're broke.
Wow. I never knew this.
Yeah. Iron Kettle, man. Thanks for the $5, my friend. Yeah, guys. I'll go. We'll turn on around here soon. It's just, yeah, ever since about February, we've been getting cooked. But thanks for that, man.
Seriously. Garlic croutons, dude. And my payments are going to be low throughout residency because we're doing income-based repayment. So file your taxes as a fourth-year medical student because then it shows your income was $0. And what's silly is my husband and I just got approved for a physician home loan. And the area we're going to is low cost of living with cheaper housing. So it makes sense for us to buy.
Why?
But it's just so silly that we're in all this debt now. But one day comes, but live it up while you can because I traveled and had so much fun in med school. So
there you go, right there.
Yep.
There you go, right there.
Yep.
Traveled and had fun. We all know what that.
You reap what you hoe.
Oh. Traveling and having fun, letting the friggin' tour guides and the spa guys and all that shoot up the club. You know what I mean?
Oh, she got plenty of training.
Oh, she was hanging out with Coco Nug. Oh.
Apparently she lost a lot of weight too. Hold on. Anyways, I guess her whole thing is she lost a whole bunch of weight. So, oh my gosh, look at this! Look at her before.
Wow.
Good God. Oh no. At least she lost it, you know?
Yeah.
Good on her, you know? 120 pounds. 120 pounds, man.
Well.
Yeah, that's crazy, guys. But good on her, you know?
Hey, I mean, $98 a day will get you moving.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Right.
She's running from her debt. Oh!
Guys, look at this. This is so good. Guys are doing this too, man. Watch.
Here's how much student loan debt
He's a psychiatrist. Oh, he's cool.
I graduated with as a doctor. So in undergrad 2011 to 2015, I was fortunate to have my parents cover my in-state tuition, so I didn't have any debt there. And then in 2015 to 2019, I went to medical school, and I went to a state medical school where my tuition was about $30K, and I went to school down in the South
That's
where the
not
cost
that
of
bad.
living was cheap. So I had about $20K in living expenses. So that was $50K for the year, and by the end of the 4 years, I was $200K in debt. And then when I started residency, I was getting paid $56K. So I wasn't able to put that much down on my student loans. But in my 4th and 5th year of residency and fellowship, I did a lot of extra work. It's called moonlighting, basically like extra shifts as a doctor on top of the normal residency hours that I had. And so with that, I was able to pay down a lot of my debt to where now I'm at 130K instead of 200.
That's actually really good for being a psychiatrist. You know what I mean? 130,000 guys. We saw nurses who have worse than that. You know? Wow.
And so now that I'm about to graduate my child fellowship, I'll be working full time, also building out my practice. So I'm hoping to pay off that debt within the next year or two. But I'm lucky because I don't have any like wife or kids or none of that. And so I know people who are in that phase of life, it's a lot harder for them to pay down their expenses.
Cooked. Let's see. All right, guys, here, let's start with the first lawyer that I found. Hold on. I gotta, you guys are gonna, hold on. Let's see. Guys, give me 1 second. Guys, hit the like button, please. I'd appreciate that. Where's this dunderheaded lawyer at? Hold on. I gotta go down here and find this here. Yeah, she's completely cooked though, guys. Completely cooked. I should have had it pulled up, but here it is. Yeah, sorry for the jump scare, guys. Guys, look at this idiot. Right here, watch.
I have $187,000 of debt from a degree that I don't use in the
Look at that. $144,000 in debt for a degree she doesn't use. She doesn't even practice law. You dunce.
traditional way. Let's talk about it. Whenever I post a debt update video about how much student debt I'm in and how much interest is accruing, etc., I always have people ask, why did you go get a law degree if you don't want to be an attorney? Because I don't want to be an attorney, would rather die. Thank you. When I was applying to law school, I wanted to go so that I could open an at-risk youth shelter and serve as in-house counsel for the people who went through the shelter and help them with emancipation or child custody or any criminal law issues, etc. But when I was in law school, I worked in a
In other words, guys, this is what I like to call the Messiah complex. Okay? These women, they want to get these high-priced skills and then give them away for free. I want to be a doctor and then work at a free clinic. I want to be a surgeon and then, open up a clinic and feed the poor. It's like, why? Guys, if you're going to get any high-priced skills, this is anything, electricians, plumbers, underwater welders, lawyers, doctors, because they're all high-priced skills. Guys, you need to go and make as much money as possible. You need to go to who will pay you the most and get paid. Especially lawyers and doctors and all this other stuff. You can give back to the poor when you're old and retired. That's what my dad does. Now that he's retired, he'll go to like free clinics and stuff and see people and all that. John with the $9.99 says these income-driven plans reduce your monthly but doesn't cover the interest that accrues and never touches the principal. It just capitalized into the principal facts. Yep. And that's why the idiots will be like, I've been paying all my student loans and now I have $30,000 in debt. What am I to do? Please. Thanks for the $9.99, my friend. I appreciate that.
You are scaring the hoes.
I was in clinic and I was able to firsthand be responsible for people's actual lives, and that is far too much responsibility for me. Okay, and I know that there are other legal jobs that are more behind the scenes, they're more on doing research or doing discovery, etc. I don't want to be responsible for other people's lives legally. I did not know that until I was in my second year of law school. At that point, I'm finishing the degree and I finished the semester early. I'm not going to waste $80,000 by not getting the degree. At that point, the sunk cost was so significant that it was like, it's another drop in the bucket, whatever. And then throughout the rest of my time in law school, I tried every other facet of law we had. I went out of the country to study international law and IP law. I studied family law and business law and torts and everything in between. And none of it was anything that I wanted to do as a permanent career. If I was to do anything law related, it would be mediation. And actually, thank God for one of my commenters earlier who suggested that, because I was actually the TA for the mediation course that we offered at my school, and I loved it. It's $1,500 for the training that you need. So I might be saving for that. We'll see. Follow along to see me do that. But anyway, it's not that I went into law.
Wow, you're annoying.
Yeah. She's a TA because she didn't have TNA. Oh!
Instead of a TA, she's a buffet. Oh!
Law school thinking I'm never going to use this law degree, but by the end of it, that was not something that was anywhere close to anything I wanted to be doing. When I graduated law school, I went to go work at the Gaylord Opryland in Nashville to be one of their banquet chefs. Like, that was literally like my dream.
I told you.
Because working in a kitchen never actually felt like work, especially.
Yeah, well, I bet it doesn't.
Right at home.
Food for 10,000 people at a time, but I digress. So my 2 degrees themselves cost $145,000, and since I graduated in December of 2019, they've accumulated $42,000 of interest and are racking up almost $1,000 a month. This is a debt payoff page, and I'm working to pay those off, but I have to pay off my consumer debt first, and then I'll start to tackle those. So if you're interested in a long haul debt payoff journey, hit follow, and we can all do it together. Okay? Love.
Cooked. Now, guys, let's look at this idiot right here, right? Here we go.
The start of the year till now could be better. Okay. My Discover card is down to $71.13.29. My City card back up $699.25. You can check some of my other content for why that happened. I'm pretty transparent about it. I don't have time in this video. Okay. Scroll. My Amex card down to $62.08.27. My Upstart 2 down to $74.90.63. Finally making progress with that again. It was in a payment pause for a hot second at the start of the year. Finally making payments again. My 2024 taxes are at $1886.70 now. My 2025 taxes are now at $75.33. Okay, because I did my taxes because April has passed. My Perkins loan is at $61.48.71. And my Nelnet, which is my student loans, are up to $181,681.52, which means we have added a crap ton of debt this year onto our debt load. We're working on it. Okay, I had no will to live at the start of the year because my dog died in December, so I was unwell. And
you're a dog.
Until now, now I have will to live again. So we're gonna get going.
Why would you post this on the internet? That's what I don't get. This chick is a complete and total failure in life. Guys, put a 1 if you agree that there should be an exchange program, like really, really good foreigners who want to come here and be productive and love America, for dunderheaded biggins like this. This chick is nothing but a net drain on society. Seriously. She's never going to accomplish anything. She's never going to do anything. She's never going to pay off her debt. She's going to pollute the internet with this annoying filth. You know, like what is going on? Like what is going? Like this person is a complete and total waste.
Yeah. Yeah. This content is Golden Corral.
Oh! It's a veritable buffet of bullshit. Oh!
Red Lobster whore. Oh! TGI every day.
Oh no, guys. This chick's an absolute mess. She's an absolute mess. What a joke. And other than to mock this, who's paying attention to this? Look at this. Side hustle ideas. And of course, her pictures, AI to like have dropped like 100 pounds. Guys, how many years before she ends up a well? Because guys, nug knows no bounds.
Yep.
You know? This.
Hot take, but I unfortunately think that income-driven repayment plans are in themselves a little bit of a scam. Here's my logic. People get on an income-driven repayment plan because they can't afford the regular minimum payment of their loan, which is totally understandable because with my $174,000 worth of student loan debt, my current minimum payment would be over $1,600 a month. That's more than my rent. So on an income-driven repayment plan, your debt minimum payment each month is more manageable, right? However, it is always then beneath what your interest is accumulating each month. And a lot of people don't realize that. So they're paying for 10, 15 years to try to knock their payments down. And then they don't check their account. They set it and forget it. And they think they've been paying their debt off this whole time. And then they open their account one day and they find they're in more debt than what they originally took out. And they this whole time have just been throwing money basically into the debt abyss. And I understand the assumption is that like we went to college, we should understand how personal finances and debt works and stuff. But a lot of us went to college who had to take out loans. We're impoverished our whole lives and still are because of these students.
Maybe you don't go to college. Guys, college has never been a thing that a large chunk of the population is supposed to do, right? That's just not how it works. This dunderhead right here, I'm going to go to law school and not be a lawyer, and then I'm going to eat a bunch until I weigh 785 pounds and try and be funny on the internet.
Well, that unfortunately is not common knowledge and not common sense. Take this as your sign to check on your student loans if you haven't already and know at the very least what's happening with them and how much interest they accumulate each month so that you know how much minimums your payment should actually be so that you're not accumulating more debt over time. If you are someone who is working on paying off your debt, but you are also, trying to live your life, perhaps we should be pals because that is also what I'm trying to do. Hit follow so we can support.
You are an idiot. An absolute dunce is what you are. Look, here you go, guys.
I'm now 12 years out of law school, and throughout my life and my career, I have a lot of regrets. But one thing I will never regret is skipping out on a substantial, nearly full tuition scholarship at a lower ranked law school in order to attend Cornell Law School. I did get a scholarship there, but it was less amount. And so I graduated from law school with like $200-something thousand in debt. The education at the other school, I'm sure would have been great, but being a Black girl from the South, the second generation in my family to attend college, the first lawyer in the history of my family, it makes a big difference having gone to Cornell. And
there you go, guys. You guys know why I left this one in there. First of all,
Streets. I'm a bitch from the streets. I get that money. I get that money. Bitch, give me what you got.
Second of all, guys, how many times do we talk about this? These chicks would rather go into debt to go to an Ivy League school than go to a state school for free. She said, guys, that she could have basically had no debt and gone to a lesser school.
Yep.
But now here she is 12 years out, still paying student loans. Yep. Still. You absolute Dunce. Why are they so stupid? Guys, this has to be the dumbest thing that I've ever seen.
You stupid woman.
And guys don't do this. Guys will say, snowboard 20, a 24-year-old snowboard goes, I just got a letter from Wyoming State saying you got into law school, we'll pay for it. And I just got a letter from Stanford saying, well, you got in. And then you look at it and it's $80,000 a year. Any man in his right mind would say, I'm going to be a lawyer for free. Because guys, what do you call a lawyer who went to a Wyoming State?
A lawyer?
And what do you call a lawyer who went to Harvard Law?
A lawyer?
Thank you very much. You know what I mean? Yes, I have friends of mine who are doctors, lawyers, or whatever, and for the most part, no one asks where you went to school. Unless you're trying to get into Goldman Sachs, whatever, or these high, because you're going to get paid good as long as you are a lawyer or a doctor, period. Dante says he joined the Air Force, did the same. Hold on. Someone said, Liberty says he joined the Army to pay for college. 0 student loan debt, credit card debt, no car payment. There you go. Facts. Yep. And guys, here's the thing. This is not some like magic crazy knowledge here. This is basics for us. And this is why we're going to always win, guys. And this is why I want to, once again, the reason why they're so lackadaisical about money, guys, is ultimately they expect one of us to swoop in and pay the bills.
Here I come to save the day.
Don't do it, guys. Don't do it. Don't work all these years saving, investing, and sacrificing and living below your means just to let some dunder-headed, pilled up alcoholic 304 come into your life and screw your life up with her student loan debt. Look at that, guys. What a joke. Snowboard, Colin, what do you guys think?
No matter what, she was at Cornell, I think.
Yeah.
No matter what college she was going to go to, she was still going to take it in the cornhole anyways.
Oh! Someone says, yeah, but she's still paying debt 12 years out. I chose a lower ranked school and I was debt free within 3 years. This is a B-dub saying this. Look at that.
Maybe she decided she had to go to Cornell because she kind of figured that, after 40, she would start looking like Cornell West.
Oh! Dude, he's looked homeless since he came out the womb, dude, straight up. Someone says, I think this is risky.
That was a good one, Colin.
Just to save for prestige. Look at that.
Oh my God.
Look at that. Someone says, no matter where you go, the 200K, there's some reason why Ivy Leagues are doing as well. This is just, guys, this is ridiculous. Guys, these Ivy Leagues, they're just not worth it. They're just not. Guys, especially, look, you can be a really good, you have a really good degree and not be able to network or get into the same space as that a person who went to a decent school but knows that they have to, I'd rather have a guy who went to a decent school who knows that they have to work harder than a person who uses their Harvard degree for everything, So
I think sets my family up on a different trajectory and has had just significant benefits in my life that are well worth the debt that I went into in order to get it.
How are you setting your family up for anything if you have that much debt, you dunce? You know what I'm saying? What are you talking about?
And honestly, I just never really been worried about those student loans. I pay them, of course, but for me and my family, without connections, without any sort of pedigree or privilege, I absolutely 100% think it was worth it.
Yeah, see how she's trying to convince herself.
And I also think we do ourselves a disservice when we tell other Black and brown individuals who are also the first in their family to go to law school to choose law schools with less prestige.
Bullshit. Complete crap, guys. Complete crap. Guys, my dad, he's a doctor, you know? He could have gone on Ivy League. He didn't, right? You know? Because the GI Bill only pays for X amount. So you could actually be in the military and then go to like Harvard and actually be in debt. You know what I'm saying? But my point is, guys, you're better off once again getting it, becoming a doctor, a lawyer, making the income, having no debt. You're better off doing that than going to some Harvard or Stanford and having all this debt. It's a joke, guys. This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. DC lawyer and law professor. Guys, this chick, would be hell on wheels to deal with because she thinks everything comes down to her. Oh, I went to Cornell. I'm this. I'm that. You know?
Yeah.
Ugh. Don't watch. Look how she walks around.
Jesus.
What a mess, guys. What a mess. What a mess. Guys, once again, you are better off with a chick who's working at Target than one of these rods. Seriously. Then at least they don't have any, much debt, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, TikTok. Don't do this to me. Here we go. All right, guys, let's do a couple more lawyers here. Hold on. Uh-oh. Where'd it go? Okay, here we go.
Oh, she's gonna be hell on wheels.
Yeah,
when she gets mad. And Harvard, oh my God, this girl is gonna be an entitled, narcissistic
How much I owe in
nightmare.
student loans 1 year after graduating from Harvard Law. For background reference, last year I made a video showing you how much I owed in student loans at the time, and so I wanted to make an update and show you how much I've progressed since then.
Well, she's not bad looking, guys. This is the type of chick, guys. You know, you'll get 6, 7, 8, 8, 10. You know what I'm saying?
You say, hey, how about them apples? Oh,
she went to Harvard. Oh. But this chick can draw you in with her looks and her personality, right? And then she'll drop the bomb on you.
Last
You
year-
guys know that they'll friggin' lay it on you. You know, either while
Bring
you're
down
getting
the
it
gavel
in,
right away.
or like immediately afterwards. You know what I'm saying?
My law student loans totaled that much, and I had various interest rates ranging from about 5.5% to 7%.
Cool.
Since that video, I've refinanced my student loans and now pay 3.57% interest. Since I graduated, I've also been paying more than the monthly minimum.
You see how dead her eyes are? You know what I mean? This is Zoloft for you if I've ever seen it.
requirement, but I'll show you what my normal monthly payment would be as well.
Here we go.
Those two big.
Hold on.
Well, those
guys, how much do you think her monthly payment would be? Guys, in the chat, let me know how much you think that her
monthly payment is probably like $2,400, $2,350, something like that.
Just let me know in the chat. Yeah. Snowboard says 2,400. Yeah, here you go. Dante says he says
it's over 9,000. It might actually be.
Yeah.
As well. Those two bigger numbers are the amount I still owe, the 60,000 and the 138,000 number, for a total I will put in the text. Those numbers combined are my minimum monthly payment. So
$2,300 a month. Look.
Wow.
At
I was almost right.
That. Jesus, look at that.
Yes, I still owe a ton of money, but I only started my job in October and was taking the bar exam before that. So I've only been paying off for about 6 months. And
all right, guys, let's see.
Oh, I'm sure she examined
what she's doing now. Let's see.
And I was
All right. Oh, wait. This was how long ago? Did you stop making videos?
a day in my life, dogs.
Oh, I guess she actually she got off the internet. Hold on.
Well, probably she got a
Or
job at a
maybe
law
not.
firm and they said stop this.
Yeah, she stopped.
She probably got a job.
Yeah, I think you're right, Snow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting.
How much
Let's see here.
Genuine answer, I regret the debt. I regret the debt.
Elder millennial suggestion: don't go into debt for grad school. Look at this.
Genuine answer, I regret the debt. I regret the debt every day. The question was, do you regret going to law school? We were talking about how I went into a lot of student loan debt to go to law school after the 2008 recession. And yeah, that was a mistake. I regret that. I got into a lot of law schools that would have given me much bigger scholarships, and I regret not going to those.
Ding, 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 ding. Look at that, guys. What did I tell you? You guys think I'm BSing over here, right? This chick, just like that B-dub said, that she could have got a bigger scholarship. She could have gone to a lesser law school and had less debt, but she didn't. 8-bit, I'll send you the Discord link here in a little bit. I saw your email, man. I had just been super busy. So yeah, man, I'll send it to you.
I had a lot of fun in law school. I really like learning. I thrive in school. Like, I loved it. I know a lot of people at the time did it because they just weren't sure what to do. And they thought like, oh yeah, having a law degree will set me up. They struggled profoundly. Like, they hated it. It was really hard. And then we had the added on benefit, like detriment of like, oh, people like think like, oh, it's just, you'll be able to pay it off really easily. No, you won't, because law does not pay in the way that I think people think it pays. Yeah, I would not do it again by taking on the amount of debt I did. I don't regret going to law school. But the practice of law is fundamentally different than law school. And yeah, it's not for everyone. I can answer more questions if you have more questions, but yeah, don't go into debt to get more education. That would be like the fundamental takeaway that I did. I finished college without any student loan debt because my parents paid for college for me. And then like, in an act of like, I'm so amazing, like I refused their help for law school and took on a fuck ton of student loan debt. I also got
she said what
paid
now?
for college for me. And then like, in an act of like, I'm so amazing, like,
so her parents offered to pay and she could have gone to a different school. What an idiot.
I refused their help for law school and took on a fuck ton of student loan debt. I also got into other schools that would have given me scholarships, but I went to the better school for the region because of just ego. I think my dad said it really, really well at the time. He's like, do you want to go to law school or do you want to be a lawyer? The advice I got at the time was, unless you're going to like a T14, top 14 school, you should go to the best school you got, like a regional school where you want to practice. I'm in San Diego and went to University of San Diego Law School. And there were other schools in San Diego who are not in the same tier as USD Law that I wanted me to go there, would have offered me a lot of money. And I wanted the good name, and it ended up making not a difference in the world. So those are my thoughts. It's definitely not for everybody. If you're not sure, probably not. But definitely don't take on a lot of debt because it locks you into a career that I've seen a lot of my friends burn out and absolutely loathe. So yeah, those are my thoughts. I'll answer more questions if you have more questions. Genuine answer.
Dumbass. Guys, she's the average chick. She's the average chick, man. She's the average chick.
Oh shit.
Hold on. Let's see if there's an update. Why would you go to Coachella with all this debt? First of all, how old is she? Doesn't she look old? She has like an old face, right? Damn. Yeah, this chick is cooked, man. She's cooked. She's never going to pay off this debt. Hopefully no simp wifed her up, because you got to be an absolute idiot, man, to take this on. So, but snowboard, Colin, anything else on topic before we switch gears?
No.
All right. Let's switch gears here, guys, and then we'll yeah, here we go. Let's do this.
That's the sound of the police.
What's going on? 414. I'm coming out of Walmart. You know when you're on those back roads, it's dark.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I may have been going too slow for. She tried to make it around me, and then she went on a chase to try and get away from me.
All right, stay over here.
Sure, no problem, bro.
Where are you?
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Officer Leachman, Police Department. What happened?
Where are you at? All right, man.
What happened?
Nothing's happening.
Nothing happened?
No, I'm going home.
Where's home?
Home is 2 minutes away.
Okay, do you know someone that lives here?
Yeah, my daughter's boyfriend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everything's already video recorded. I just have to tell you. Where were you coming from?
I'm coming from freaking Elizabeth.
Okay.
Yeah.
You stopped to get Wendy's?
I stopped to get Wendy's and McDonald's and everything.
Okay. And what happened? Did you pass him?
I didn't.
You never passed him?
I'm going about my way.
Okay. So you never passed him? You never made contact with him?
I didn't. That I know of. I'm just going to this is my daughter and her boyfriend's house. And
Okay. What are you looking for?
what am I looking for? I'm not looking for nothing.
You don't
I'm
have
looking
shoes,
for
though.
fries.
Fries?
You know what? I went out with my friend. I have my shoes.
Do you have your license on you?
I do. Do I have my license?
It's not in your purse?
I had it, but I went out for a couple of drinks or one or two. But she has my license, I guess.
It's not in your purse?
This is my purse.
Your license isn't in there?
I don't have my license, but I have my medical license. I have, like I said.
Hold on, guys. Here. Wait. Guys, look at this. Here, there's two videos. Some really shitty moms. Watch this.
Stop.
Look at
Do not move. Get out of the car now.
Guys, now mind you, we'll watch this car chase, guys. Her kids are in the car. Watch.
Let's sit to the cops, okay? Don't get scared.
This whole seat is loaded with Nike. Victoria's Secret. Why'd you take off?
I have anxiety.
Look at this, guys. She's walking.
On September 2nd, 2024, officers responded to a larceny in progress at a sporting goods store. Upon arrival, officers spotted the suspect's vehicle leaving the area and attempted a traffic stop.
Hi. Do you have your ID with you?
Oh, no, actually, I don't have
You don't have your license on you? Okay. Can you turn the car off?
That's a rough 29, guys.
Department 10 to Columbia. Hey, keep the keys out of the ignition. Keep the keys out of the ignition. You're being detained for right now. Stop. 454. She's taking her off southbound for her right now. Back there. I'm out with it. Give it 10. She's trying to. Stop the car. Do not move. Stop the car.
Look at that, guys. She crashed into the woods and her kids are in the car.
Stop the car. Stop the car. Do not move. Get out of the car now. Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
With her kids in the car.
Stop.
Dumbass. Look at that.
It's time!
Hold on. Okay. Let me just make a call for the kids.
No, not right now.
How are you? I'm not gonna move. I got you. I got you. I'm not moving.
Turn.
Hey. Let's hit to the cops.
This
Okay?
ain't her first time.
Turn and face the car.
That's an ugly woman. Ugh. What is?
Do you have anything on you I gotta know about?
No.
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 Knives?
No.
What's in your
Lucky to
pocket?
be alive.
Your what?
Nothing.
There's something in your front pocket.
No, chicken. Just in the
Okay.
Hot pocket.
Yeah.
Is there something in there?
Hey, it's okay, guys. It's okay.
What's under your pants? Leggings?
Yeah. I'm not moving. I got you. No, it's okay. Baby, watch out.
Hey, look.
That's sad, guys.
Do you have your ID with you? Yeah. Where is it? In here? Just lean up against the car.
Okay. Can I call somebody to get the car?
You can call somebody to get the kids.
Yeah.
Who do you want to call?
Yeah, I'll call Ray from you. Can you turn the car off?
We'll take care of it.
Lucky to be alive.
In April. Can you just call because the kids are here? Mama, I need you to call my dad so you can come get the kids.
What are you pulling in your pants?
Nothing, I'm fixing my thing. I'm sorry.
Is somebody coming to get them?
I'm calling.
Okay.
I got the kids with me. I'm under arrest.
Is that? I know. I'm lucky she got stuck.
She would not have stopped.
She would have rammed me.
Think so?
Yeah.
She's very comfortable with them. Like she's like agile, obviously. I just don't want a female to pop out of them. You know what I mean?
Wish probably bring the kids to the PD instead of staying back behind here for God knows how long because she's had a scratch on wheels because it's front wheel drive.
So she's a piece of trash, right?
When my assistant manager was coming outside, was watching to look at her, and then we thought she was going to get in the passenger seat because you could like see that it was on, like the brake lights, whatever.
Oh, okay.
And then she got in before the door was even closed. She was already driving away.
Okay.
I'm guessing she's not being super cooperative with where she got it all.
A little bit, but she's saying like, "Oh, I previously purchased all that."
Gotcha. So Jasmine, right there, who works up front, got the bad vibe from her.
Okay.
So that's when Izzy came out.
They'll see this criminal mastermind right here, guys. I hate thieves, guys. I really do. You know?
AJ, she couldn't possibly be stealing. She's on the phone. Let's see. That's what they're trying to do.
Like, how did she think she was gonna get away with this?
Yeah. Oh, she's just near the door. That's all. Kind of mosey on out.
This is her right.
That's her leaving.
Yeah. Having the stuff
We guys here, check this out. Hold on. Hold on.
When I came back, he wasn't breathing.
He had a bunch of bruising on his head that was pretty
That happened because he has two older siblings. They were in that fight. So I don't know what the foster parents were doing, but all three of my kids ended up getting sick and their health was deteriorating.
Get the f out my house. You Sonny, serious? Sonny,
No, I got
because we do
That
not want
Julian
to
from Trailer Park Boys.
Yeah. So basically, she went to go drink and left her drunk alcoholic junkie dad, and one of the kids dies.
He don't hit us.
He's never hit any of the kids close fist.
Not that I know.
If you're covering for him or he's covering for you, that ain't gonna fly.
I don't know
I'll
if
charge
it's
both
her dad or
because we have
her
a
husband
baby.
or what.
On November 27th, 2024, a 22-year-old mother rushed her 1-year-old son to a New Mexico hospital, claiming he had stopped breathing in his crib. But when the doctors uncovered the blanket, they found bruises covering nearly his entire body, and the child was pronounced that same day. The parents claimed his injuries were the result of rough play, but medical findings.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Findings told a different story. I'm Jack, and this is Unpopular.
Callian, that's how you say his name.
You know, these channels do well when they do a face reveal. I've never seen Unpopular Facebook before.
And then, so then what happened with, you said he was playing normally and stuff?
Then we fed him dinner, and then we gave him his bath. I got him lathered in his lotion because he has dry skin because of his ass.
He doesn't care. Do you see tears?
No, not really.
Put him in his crib. In his crib size, his boppy pillow, which is a normal thing that infants use.
Yeah.
And I laid him on his back because it's sleep safe. And since our case is still open, I'm going through every step that I know to make sure they stay home and not get taken again. And I'm
There you go. Snowboard. Do you want to give your spiel here?
What about
Child Protective
CPS?
Services? Yeah.
They come and record the abuse. They'll be like, looks like dad, or the it's probably the not her dad, like it's her dad, not the baby's dad. Looks like he put cigarettes out on the kid. Check. Beats him. Check. Deteriorating house. Check. Hey, let's go get lunch.
Yeah.
And then nothing gets done. This is always will happen.
Yeah. It's ridiculous, man.
Yep.
after he fell asleep and he was breathing, and then I went to go stir the mashed potatoes. I was cooking Thanksgiving dinner, and when I came back, he wasn't breathing. And I am in enrollment at a care provider that CYFD goes through from Presbyterian.
Right.
And I went through the classes on his asthma if he ever stopped breathing for a short period of time, and to give him CPR. Mouth to mouth, or give him until warm bath because he started his flow again. And I did all three of those, and those didn't work. So I called 911 at the same time getting out of the bath. I got dressed, and the first thing I grabbed and I covered him with the jacket and ran outside because they said the ambulance would be here within 5 minutes, and it was taking longer. And my mother instincts just kicked in. The longer it takes, the longer he doesn't breathe.
Mothering instincts,
please. To take off, and then that's when the ambulance pulled up as soon as I turned my headlights off. I got him because he has two older siblings.
So since he was born?
Yes. He got ripped away from me 2 days after he was born.
Okay. I just went in there and took a look at him and noticed that he had a bunch of bruising on his head that was pretty
I have him because he has two older siblings.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
I have him on the floor trying to crawl or get ready to stand and walk. And his sister likes to play with him normally, but his brother is 3, so he's a little too playful. He doesn't know the meaning of be easy because he's used to playing with other 3-year-olds.
I mean, those bruises are pretty significant. It's all over the side
No,
of his
he
head.
dropped off.
He's standing up, pulling himself up on the porch.
The daycare fight club.
Yeah.
These kids go crazy. That's probably what it is.
Did they remain in your...
Let's get right here.
Okay.
His eyes back of the head, or if his left arm gets longer than the other, fall over because he loses balance. And he was doing pretty good because I was working on it for a month. And after that, before I went into the kitchen to make his food, I sat him down. Guess he had pulled himself back up to get his rattler that his sister had put.
Someone says describing a baby born with meth in his system as born healthy is the illusion part of the mom.
Yeah.
Someone says he's more reasonable when he's drunk. He has more control. When he's drunk, what?
Wow. This
Oh,
story
no.
isn't really
It was the
Adderalling
kid's
up.
dad. It was the kid's dad.
Oh my God.
Someone says, can you imagine raising the newborn for 11 months and having the baby ripped out of your arms and returned to his alcoholic, drug-addicted parents who then kill him? Those poor foster parents. Oh, man. Look at that.
And then he was fussing about
Wait,
his parents.
she was a
And then
foster parent?
No, she got the kid back from the foster parents.
Both
Oh,
hit at him at the same
man,
time
that's
on
terrible.
both sides, and he lost it.
Okay.
And then make sure his siblings
Wow.
don't hit him or aren't too rough with him, because if they try to get too rough or they start fighting really aggressively over him to a point where he gets really upset, I give him time out because I don't know what the foster parent would be.
Sonny,
sir.
Sonny, sir. Sonny,
No,
have a seat,
I got
because we do not want to escalate this. This is not a good time.
Stop, Sonny. They have to do that, Sonny. They have to find out what happened.
Sonny,
Sonny. Oh, one's in this sky water?
Water. Oh my god.
No,
This is some
because we do
Trailer
not want to
Park
escalate
Boys
this.
reservation type stuff right
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
This is not a good time. We get it, okay? Just have a seat. We will explain things.
Right there. Don't sit on the baby. Sit down. I already told you about
Don't
this.
sit on.
I
Don't
talked to you
need
about
another
this.
baby.
Sit down. Calm down now, Sonny. Okay? I already told you. Calm down. I know this is hard.
Seriously.
I know this is hard, but you don't have to act like that, okay? This is something they have to do, Sonny. Okay? Calm down. Okay? Just stay right there.
Just go.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, chill out and stay right there. There's no need for you to act like that. I talked to you about this already. Okay?
AJ,
Okay, chill out.
I think that he got upset and he wished the kid was sunny side up instead.
Oh.
Stay right there. Sorry.
That kid's cooked.
It's like weirdly clean.
All right, we're gonna go on back and take care of your baby at the hospital, okay? Matt, I hate to say it, by law we have to do it.
Yeah, I understand.
I mean,
Babe,
just get the
just go, please.
no, just get the out my house.
Sonny, chill out.
He's hit the other kid. He's hit the other kid.
He did?
Chill out
Yeah.
now. Okay? You don't need to act like that.
No, just get the out my house.
Chill out. Babe, that's enough.
What? Yeah, got your reasons?
Sonny.
Please, you're gonna scare Elijah. He's watching.
You guys sitting here.
They're here to investigate me, okay? Now sit down.
I don't know.
You should be here for the babies. Quit acting like that.
You ever see that one dude who's like, why is it dudes that beat up chicks always got chicks to beat? That's pretty crazy, right? Yeah.
There's no reason to act like that.
Can we continue, please?
So the next thing that we're going to want to do, are you okay with watching the kiddos?
Right now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They need to go in.
So we'd like to talk to these guys at the PD. If you're okay with watching the kids, we have to talk to him too.
He's under the influence, so he's not in the right state of mind right now to speak.
So he would.
I mean, he can still tell us stuff.
15 years.
Well, no, bro.
I'll go down and talk to you right now.
The church with me at Legacy.
If you're the one that calms him down, then
Yeah,
it
I'm
is
the one
what it
that's been
is.
there for him, and he considered me his mom. So yes.
I understand. So
Why not
what's
the real
gonna
mom?
happen? Okay. It's not going to be a permanent as of right now, since one child is dead. We are going to be taking the kids and we're moving them from the home. That'll be for tonight until CY. So
yeah, they'll be back.
Who does the disciplining of kids?
People, he does the timeout, and then I'll pop them with if they don't listen or if timeout don't work. He provides for us. He keeps us safe. He don't hit us.
He keeps
If Tylenol doesn't work.
You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
I just want to make sure that you feel safe. Leave you or anything. It's not at all saying you're a bad mother or anything like that.
Yes, you
From
are.
what I can see, seems like you're providing for him very well.
I'll take you down the street. I'll figure out what's going on. You want to go down? I'm just going to go down the street. Okay, we're going to go. All right.
CYFDs get involved again.
Yep.
Okay, so here's the thing. Kids are getting taken tonight. Is that hold on, hear us out. Is that a permanent thing? No. But so one child passed away tonight. Now, if I'll be honest, so here's my thing, right? So like he's drunk. Sometimes there's that liquid courage. It's kind of one of those things. No, and I understand. But if he goes to jail because he's too belligerent tonight, how do you think that helps y'all's case? It doesn't.
How do you think it helps me if you take them away?
Well, we have to.
Maybe
Well, one of
they'll
them's
survive,
deleted.
you dunce.
Yeah.
You guys see this? You guys see the ego on these
Yep.
women where they think that because they carry the child that they own the children? Guys, what a joke. What a Show.
We have to do our job. Okay.
From what we can
She
tell,
doesn't
looking
seem
around,
that
we can
rabble,
see that
really.
the children are being cared
That's what I was gonna say.
She
For
seems
a woman
like
who just lost her child. She surprisingly put it together. That's
she's
'cause she
like
doesn't care.
minorly
The house-
irritated more than
Yeah.
cops are there than like anything else.
11 months later.
The house is not a disarray.
This is probably one of the more clean and
Realistic.
That means you have to rip him away from me, then fine.
So it does matter with you because if you don't feel safe, we can't release kids back to you. That's what the issue is, what we're telling you. We want what's best for you and those kids, not for you to be a punching bag, not for the kids to be a punching bag. And we don't want them to.
Please. Oh, the little kid just deleted himself.
Yeah.
But we don't want him to hit you either. We don't want him to hit anything. We understand that this is probably the hardest thing that could have happened. But all the
CYFD caseworkers. Oh, by the way, it's your fault
I
and your
love
addiction.
to
Why
watch this
You're
whole
released
thing.
tonight. Okay. I still got to interview Sunny.
her brother has the same thing, her oldest,
Okay, so you can explain that, but you can't explain.
the one on his cheek, and I've been trying to get him to explain what happened.
And it's not on the cheek. It's
Like,
it's on
I
the
mean, like,
forehead, the eye
right
socket,
here's
the
from-
whole entire
Right
cheek.
here's from when his hit the poor shelf. I know that's a fact. But right here, I keep trying to tell
That
him.
guy is going to be so fucked when he goes to
leave
jail.
before it gets physical.
Yeah.
Like I leave the room, trying to avoid it getting physical.
So when you discipline your kids, how do you discipline your kids?
I give them a little pop on the butt, but not hard. I know the rules and the laws. And then I tell them no or put them in timeout in the room.
So explain the laws to me.
Well, I know you can't be interested, and then you can't specifically beat the kid with a belt with the studs. I disciplined myself on my mom disciplined me, which was since she was trying to join the police force, she followed the rules. We just give a little pop in the you pop their hand and tell them no, and they listen.
So
Because I can show
you got to tell
I
me.
can show you the scab or the cut in my skull that's still fresh.
You got to tell me how that bruise got on his cheek. You better dig real deep.
My only explanation is he hit him
With what?
with either his hand or the bottle, because that's his two favorite
With
things.
the bottle. And then when he hits you with the hand, how does he hit?
He slaps me, he chokes me, or he punches me.
He's never hit any of the kids closed fist.
Not that I know of. He won't do it in front of me.
Because I'll tell you right now, I mean, Callie was beat pretty damn bad. That should strike a bone in you.
It does. It really does.
No, it
Haven't
doesn't.
reported the domestic violence between us the last 5 years. He's busted my eardrum.
So how the fuck are we supposed to help you? How is your life supposed to turn around if you're not willing to come forward to us and
Because I
help?
thought he would change, but I guess not. He changed for a little bit when he was sober.
I'll tell you right now, the same thing I tell every other victim, okay? Doesn't matter if you whoop his it really does make a difference. Right? But if you whoop his he whoops your ass, okay, but women can be toxic as too. They can be too. We'll set that record straight.
Yeah. I know.
So with that being said, right, it doesn't matter who the other is, okay? If that person does it once and you're willing to overlook it, guess what? They're going to do it again. You overlook it again, they're going to do it again. And it's going to keep going because they know that you won't go to the cops. You're going to have one hell of a life.
It gets worse when he drinks.
And now one of your kids is.
Which
So you left at 7:15 and then you came back
I
late?
got 7:25 from getting black tape from Also's, and I fixed the window. Then I left again, and then to go get the kids' juice because they didn't want to drink the tea, and he was still breathing. Then I came back, and I started.
So the last time you had seen Callian breathing was around 7:25.
Callian?
asleep in his group.
Breathing.
Yes,
And how do you know if he's breathing?
I checked his pulse, and I could see his chest rise, and then you can hear him with his nose.
Is that something that you normally do?
Yes, because his respiratory issues. I've learned that with the care provider. Because I would never,
We're not done with you.
I'll never hit my kids ever.
Well, we get told that a lot. And so you said that you think that Sonny hits Callian.
When he gets too frustrated about him crying, Kelly won't stop when he asks.
And so how do you think he would hit him?
Either with his backhand, his fist, or with a fireball bottle. Those are his three favorite
Jesus.
things. 'Cause he won't show
Fireball
Kelly
bottle?
that I know
Oh
of.
my god.
So here's what's going to happen. You're going to be released tonight. Okay. I still got to interview Sonny. Maybe he'll admit to it. Who knows?
I've been talking to Donna a little bit and getting a little bit of background about kind of what's been going on. And my understanding is you have 3 kiddos together. The oldest one is not yours.
Yeah.
I'm a mom, and I've had the experience of having kiddos, and I know
So
that.
this is the next day, right? So this was at 1:34 a.m. and this is at 11:30 in the morning.
And my understanding is you have 3 kiddos together, but that's not falling and hitting themselves lightly on trays. Or I don't know if you've seen the condition he was in whenever he, after the hospital.
No.
That what you guys are saying happened is how he got these injuries. What happened Wednesday
And that's pretty much what I just told you.
Are you covering for Donna?
I'm coming from nowhere.
But if you're not covering for Donna, needing help with is, explaining how this little boy ended up with these injuries. And that's not all of it. Don't you want to know? Or do you already know? And I mean, and you're his dad, and either you would be horrified
Alcoholic
not
piece of
to
trash.
say, if you didn't do it, how did my baby get these injuries? Or based on your reaction.
You guys see that trailer trash Tammy is 22 with 3 kids by this guy? So that means that she met this guy when she was, 17 or 18?
And I think you know. That's not normal.
I know it doesn't look normal.
So tell me what happened.
That's my son, and I just told you what happened.
I understand that. And I understand
That's
that.
my statement, and I'm not saying nothing else.
When we work cases like this, I'm not saying that it's intentional or that you or Donna meant to hurt your kid, but you can't sit there and tell me that that's normal and that that's okay. I mean, how do you live with yourself the rest of your life?
Who's telling me all my
It was just fine.
Is she lying? That's all I know. Or are you lying? What do you mean that's all you know? It's just what I told you. Is that your story and you're sticking to it?
Well, he's got bruising on his arm, his little legs. Horrible, horrific
You just only showed me the picture. That was only it.
bruising. Now,
So I don't know what you're talking about because I've never seen this.
you never seen the bruising?
No.
Just the one on his forehead? Because he's got old bruising on the right side of his forehead. He's got a mark on the top of his eyelid. He's got another mark under his chin. That whole side of his face, the left side, forehead, cheek, looks like he got beat with a 4x4 or something. But you don't
You
know.
only showed me that picture, so I don't know.
Do you want to see the rest of them?
You only gave me that one. Would you like to see the rest of the photos? That's what she's asking.
But you're saying that those are all of those injuries.
This guy is going to
You
be
know of.
cooked when he gets locked up,
Yeah.
dude. This guy is going to be
It
absolutely
is
cooked.
caused from-
Especially with that attitude, he's going to be cooked.
Sit them down, you'll eat. Okay, that court. Yeah, I might be just being helped. Would you be willing to testify to this statement? It's a simple yes or no. Why am I going to answer your questions if you want to answer mine? I gave you a statement. Would you be willing to testify to that in court?
Wait, what are you saying?
You're saying Donna's lying then about, I don't know what she's saying. Well, I told you, bro, she said she left the house. That's putting all the kids on you. But she was there. But you see what I'm saying?
Now
You're
they're
saying
selling
one thing and she's saying another
each
thing.
other out.
And then now it sounds like she might be lying. But then she's saying that you're doing this, and this. But then that makes it sound like you're lying. So like, who do we believe? You've never hit Kelly. Never hit him with a firearm round. No. Never hit him with any other foreign object. Never with your hands, nothing. Can't do nothing. You've never come frustrated with him? No. Only when she said, "Oh, when I'm holding him, he's fine and sit him down, he'll eat. Okay, so if I give you a pen and paper to write your statement out, would you be willing to do that for me? I gave you a statement. So would you be willing to testify to that statement in court? Yes or no?
Court.
Would you be charged with anything? Or might be just being held? Would you be willing to testify to that statement? It's a simple yes or no. Why am I going to answer your questions if you want to answer mine? I gave you a statement. Would you be willing to testify to that in court?
Damn.
You gave us a lie. That's what you gave us. I gave you a statement. You know, it's weird that you're saying that you gave us a statement rather than what actually happened. It would be one thing if you're like, oh, I told you the truth. I hate you. But we're not here for counting. Would you?
Let's see what they saw.
The parents were arrested and charged with intentional of a child resulting in.
Guys, here, let's do this. Look at this, guys. We'll see this for the lesbian stream. Watch.
Why does my daughter look like this? What is wrong with you? She's all bruised up.
When a mother in Michigan returns home from work, she finds her 4-month-old baby clinging to life after being left in the care of a person she thought she could trust.
Look at that, guys.
Why? If you weren't drinking, why the would you do?
I was drinking.
So what the
The following
Dude, these idiots don't realize that the prison calls are recorded.
report is based on official police records released to date, and the footage has never been seen before until now. Around 2 a.m. on July 21st, 2024, a 911 dispatcher receives a frantic call from a distressed mother pleading for emergency care for her infant daughter.
I need the police to come to my house right now, please. What the fuck did you do to my baby, bro?
Does she need EMS?
Yes, right now. Yes, right now. Please, right now.
What is your name?
Yes. My name is Evan McCall. It's my daughter. She's 4 months old. Bro, you got it, bro.
Yeah, guys, I'm gonna do a lesbian stream, right? And we'll have to save this Because look at this.
You know, crib.
Do you want me to tell you? Let's piece this together and I can't.
Professionals concluded that Renzie's injuries were inconsistent with a fall from a low height. Loss of her
Just why? If you weren't drinking, why the would you do? Bro, it's
decides to confront her child's killer over video chat.
bro, just the whole thing from start to finish, bro, it's crazy. Just why? If you weren't drinking, why the would you do?
I was drinking.
You know? So what the I think about your kids all the time.
So they're both lesbians, but they both have kids. That's just great.
And mine is dead. She's dead. That's my only kid, bro. She's about to be 5 months. She'll never get a birthday or a holiday, like nothing, bro. Like there's just nothing, and I can't even I can't go back and fix it.
According to court documents, 31.
Damn. But all right, guys. I'll shut this bad boy down, guys. Yeah, well, guys, we'll do a lesbians live stream, right? You know, I don't think we've done one in a while. But guys, it's hilarious. We gotta talk about the rampant domestic violence in the lesbian community, but we know it's all men's fault. All right, you guys. I appreciate you. Take it easy, guys. Bye, guys.
All right, thanks, man.
All right, call.